Hey, I think it's about time I start. No more waiting for anybody. So welcome to the Tribe of Kings webinar. As I said earlier, my name is Richard Okere Jr. And this is a webinar that we have set up to help parent and teen coaches, people who are in the business of working with children, help them to sharpen their expertise and be able to do your work better. Just to confirm again, if you can hear me very well, type 1 in the chat area. If you can see my slide, say yes. Okay, Comfort can hear me. All right. All right, so this is mastering the business of working with parents and children. By the end of this webinar, you are going to be learning, you'll be pumped up to dream and work better to achieve remarkable things. You will learn why your work matters as a teen or parent coach. You will learn why and how to start building a reputable brand. You will also learn what to do to better create better value, to create better value as a brand. Then you also learn how and why you should niche, and then how to make money and be comfortable with it. Does it sound like the things that you would want to learn? Or is there anything that I mentioned here that you want me to add that I did not add? Does it sound like what you want to learn? Let me know. Okay. So a brief intro about myself. My name is, like I said earlier, Richard Okere Jr. So I started business full-time coaching in the year 2014. But before then, I've been doing a lot of online marketing stuff, acquiring a lot of knowledge when it comes to online marketing, marketing in general and everything. But full-time business coaching, I started it in the year 2014. I acquired a lot of skills with online marketing, and that helped me to work with 5 clients in the UK. And that helped me to learn how to apply what I know to businesses, how businesses would apply it. I worked with a lot of other people before then, but the 5 people that I worked with in UK were key for me in understanding how things work when it comes to running a business and testing out the skills I had. Then my first client in Abuja, of course, was Etima Ume, the year 2018. Some of you might know her. She's the #1 teens coach in Africa. And she was the first person I started working with in the year 2018. And I helped her to basically package her idea, her knowledge as a teens coach and bring it out into the market in a way that is compelling and marketable also. She was the one that introduced me to Wendy Ologe. I'm sure a lot of you might know Wendy. I started working with her, and that time also helped her to launch her book, Connect to Correct, which it was an amazing success. We did about over 1,000 sales in 1 month, and that book has gone on to sell tens of thousands now. And then since then, I've done over 100 launches. Yes, I've done over 100 launches of various products and services. I'm focused on helping you build a multi-million-dollar business around your expertise. Industry kings. My passion is to raise industry kings. Our vision in my company is to raise 100 market leaders in Africa. People who are have 10 companies or 10 individuals who are going to be in the top 10 in their markets. No, to raise 100 organizations or individuals that will be in the top 10 in their market in Africa in the next 10 years. That is our focus and our goal at Eagle Forts. And I'm the creator of the territorial domination framework. That's the framework that we use to make that happen. The system that we are going to use to help individuals to become authorities in their field is using the territorial domination framework. I'm going to give us one aspect of it here so that we'll see it. Everything I'm going to teach her is drawn from the territorial domination framework. So I'm a business development coach and strategic advisor to companies. I'm the CEO of Eagle Force I've mentioned earlier. I'm an FC Barcelona fan. Actually, immediately I jump out of this webinar, I'm going to watch match now. We have a match today. So FC Barcelona fan, that's me. Married to Spicy. I'm a married man. I have a son also. So that's me in a nutshell, trying to summarize who I am. And so this is a what I call the domination growth stages. So the domination growth stages is something that shows you the levels of growth that you need to make as a coach, consultant, trainer, anybody who shares your knowledge. These are the levels of growth that you need to make. So the first level is the learner stage. At this learner stage, you are trying to figure out who you are, what you want to be about, what you want to sell in the marketplace. Your message is not very clear. You are not sure of your systems and processes. You're just doing a lot of things and you're not really sure of your system. That's who I call a learner. And the second level is the tribe titan. The tribe titan is somebody who has mastered how to sell and is generating at least $1,000 every month. You have mastered your message, you've mastered how to deliver your solution, and then you are making at least $1,000 every month. That is a tribe titan. And then you move on to a market maven. Market maven is somebody who has taken a toll gate position in their marketplace to the point that you cannot speak about the top 5 people in their market without mentioning that person. That's who a market maven is. Then you have the growth merchant. The growth merchant is somebody who, even if after taking the toll gate position, even if they abandon their business for 1 year, it's going to still be running without them being there. So that's, you've set up that system. Up to when you have the chief dominator. Chief dominator, somebody who is duplicating their ideas. So a lot of people are running with their ideas and making it bad in various places. And all these levels have certain income streams, income levels that you need to meet. And then you have the legend. So the point of this thing is to tell you the levels, what you are supposed to be focused on per time. Okay. And the kind of milestones that you set for yourself. So up to the point where when we say, I want to be the big person in my market, I want to be the leader, I want to be the go-to person, blah, 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 blah. Okay, the highest you can get is, at least in the territorial domination framework, is being a legend in your market. And these are the stages of growth. So why I thought to show us this is that what I want to teach us is basically how we can move from learner to tribe titan. That's basically what I want to show us. And the things that we can do to move into that tribe titan level. As a teens coach, as a parent coach, that's what this is about. And so pay attention. I hope this is valuable and you'll get a lot from it. Okay, so let me share what I call king thoughts. King thoughts are the kind of thinking that you should have or adopt if you are going to stay in this market and thrive. The kind of thinking you should have as a teens coach or a parent coach that will help you run this business effectively and achieve remarkable results. Number one is that I am a front runner when it comes to raising kingdom parents and children. All of us need to have the attitude of, this is a do or die affair for you. It's a do or die affair for you because you're passionate about this, because this is a calling that you believe that you have. And we should never take anything that God has given in our hands unseriously. You should take it as a mission that He has given you. And you should take it as, this is something remarkable that you need to make something useful out of it. You need to build something powerful out of it, because there lies your joy, there lies your happiness, there lies your fulfillment. Okay? Now, this is another reason why we need to take this very seriously. So these are some things that it's happening around the world now. You have children. I'm sure some of us have seen children in suggestive dancing and dressing online. Okay? So the world is getting worse by the day, and our work is even more important and more needed right now. You see this online when you go on the internet. And it's amazing how you will see this now. You wonder, these people, don't they have guardians? Don't they have people supervising them? That's the way I think about these things. Nobody looking after them. And you see children who are in their 13s and 12 coming online to dance half naked. Okay, this is another one. So you in the US right now, it is, so this one where a judge is mandating LGBT content for children. They are mandating it, and you see textbooks being done. These are textbooks that have been produced for these children to read, and it's mandatory in this state. Is Montgomery. So parents tried to fight against it in court, and the judge was like, no, it's a must that they must go through it. So this is content that they have to consume, and these are books being produced about these things, and then for children to read. So you see, the drug use is another thing that's become paramount right now, where you have, young people misusing drugs. It's a thing in Nigeria, and it's becoming rampant. I think it has even become rampant among teenagers. So if any of you had experience in this, you can just let us know in the chat area. Okay. Then this one is even key to my heart. So you have young people, youth, leaving the church. And this is something, I don't know whether we are paying necessary attention to this, where young people, when they get to a certain age in your church, they can be active and everything. But when they get to a certain age, especially that teenage age, 18, 19, 20, when they get to that point, they are leaving the church. 8 singers who left gospel for secular music. Okay. And we ask ourselves, because how do we reduce these things? It's by us. It's by us, teen and parent coaches. Why it's important for us is because you are the people that God has given the inspiration. We are the people that God has given the inspiration, the ideas, the special gifting to help these children in these particular ways. Some of you have the experience, some of you have the skill, some of you have even gone through some of these things, and you have the unique. Some parents of these children have not gone through it, so they do not know how to attend to any of these things. But you have the experience, you have the knowledge, but it's important for you to begin to articulate it and take it seriously, so that you can deal with this problem. And these things can be dealt with if all of us can stand as an army in this industry, because I believe that God is looking to each and every one of us here listening to me to take our work seriously and stand at the gate to help these people, these children, okay, and parents. Second is that most parents and guardians do not know how. Like I said earlier, I was leader of an organization of boys and men between age 10 to 34 for 2 years. And one of the things I found consistently happening was when I visited the parents of these children, of these boys, some of them will be they'll be like, Richard, I'm so tired of this boy. I've tried and talked. In fact, carry him and go to your house and go and mentor him or whatever. And I knew that was not the solution. Okay, if I carry him to my house, does that automatically remove your responsibility as the parent? So, but the point is that they can only do to the best of their knowledge. Parents can only do to the best of their knowledge. And some of them don't even know how to think of a solution. Some of them are stranded. Some of them have looked for various things to do. And most parents, what they resort to is like this carefree attitude, like I'm tired, whatever it is. Or some people start to beat their child. Some people go to Babalawo, take the child to Babalawo. Some people do a lot of things. Some things that can be, there are people who have problems that simple therapy from a child care professional can solve. But you go to Babalawo and they will now do whatever it is on their child and duplicate the problem. Okay, so a lot of parents don't know how. If you go online, I even see what is happening on the internet and how parents treat their children and behave and pamper, unnecessary pampering, unnecessary dressing, unnecessary exposure. You know that they don't know. Okay, number three king thoughts that we need to have is that I need money to keep the mission and the machine running. Money should be like air. Okay, money, they having money should be as important as breathing air for us. The point is that it should not be significant. Okay, charging money for what you do should be like, when you want to send your child to school, that the school will ask for school fees. So charging for what you do as a parent or teen coach should come to a point where it just comes naturally to you, because you are offering expertise, you're offering knowledge, and you need the money to keep. It's not, you're not asking for money so that you will go and chop it, or you take care of your life and live a luxury life, or whatever it is. Your needs will be met when you are fulfilling the mission. Your needs are going to be met when you are fulfilling the mission. Okay. For this Bible passage, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and every other thing will be added unto you. Okay, your needs will be met. The essence of asking for money is so that you can pump it back into the mission. You are the machine. You are the machine that is supposed to be taken care of in order for the mission to be running effectively. When I say taking care of, you are taking care of yourself for the mission. You're not taking care of yourself so that you feel good. Okay, if you are not well branded, if you are not running ads, for example, people will not see you. If you don't have a team that you are going to pay to keep on, properly manage your social media, manage systems and everything, you will not go far. You will not be able to run that business effectively. Every organization thrives on people who, on a machine. It's a machine. You are the machine, and you are part of the machine, and your system and structures you set up is the machine. So you need the money. It's supposed to be natural. So don't think of asking for money as something that is one kind heavy thing. I know some of us might be feeling somehow about it, but this is something I want to share with, or just think of it as natural stuff. It's just like going to a supermarket to buy something. When you go to the supermarket, you have to carry your money to pay for stuff. So when people come to you, they should know they should carry their money to pay for stuff. Okay? Can everybody hear me? Somebody saying they can't hear me.
Yes, clearly, sir.
Okay.
We can hear you.
All right. So maybe check your device. Infinix Hot 12. Go out and come back in. Okay. Now, spreading your message is heavy investment. I'm sure, I don't know how many of us that have seen this. Spreading your message is about investment. Like I was talking about money earlier. So this thing about building a platform requires heavy investment. It requires money. So this platform, CocoMelon, I'm sure some of you, I don't know if you know, that they have started introducing gay content on their platform. Okay? And gay content, them introducing gay content, sometimes it's not necessarily them that decided to do it. It is the powers that be. So for example, let me give you an example. So you have CocoMelon. CocoMelon is owned by Moonbog. And Moonbog is owned by Candle Media. And Candle Media is owned by Blackstone. Ultimately, Blackstone owns CocoMelon. And this organization has bought what is an asset management organization. So what they do is basically they buy businesses. They see an idea that is thriving, they pay millions. So they bought CocoMelon for about I think $160 million. Okay. So the point I'm making is that, and I wrote about this. I've been writing about this recently, the past 2 days, about how the church, the kingdom, when I say the church as an organization, the church as individuals, the church as a system, everybody should begin to learn that growing platforms, evangelism, mission is heavy money. And one of the best ways that we can invest money in this age is to invest in individual ideas, because a lot of young people are buying into personal brands, influencers, all these things. They are buying into personal people with unique messages and brands. That's what they are buying into. Platforms with unique ideas. That's what people are buying into. This is the age of platform, especially facilitated by media. That is the internet, new media. Okay. CocoMelon has I think probably the largest platform for children. So you can imagine how much this platform has influenced a lot of children, because this organization has pumped in more money and they are spreading faster. Okay, they are spreading faster. They have become part of a network. Because I don't think it's just a YouTube channel now. It has. How many of us understand what I'm saying? Please let me know in the chat area. Okay, this is bigger. So the point I'm making is that even you as an individual, how much money do you pump into your mission? How much money do you pump into what you do? Okay, I see people who, when you ask them to run ads for, when you ask them to run ads, especially when Facebook ads for what they do, it's you are shying away from it, like you are doing Facebook a favor. Okay, but the point I'm making is spreading your message is heavy investment, and all of us need to be ready to spend the money. Okay. Number 4, king thought: if I don't know how to communicate my value, I'm going to be poor. Okay, no matter how good you are, if you cannot open your mouth or even write about your value, communicate, sales, you are going to be poor. So this is not a thing about prayer. This is not a thing about how much you pray. This is not a thing about how many fasting and prayer do you, how many prayer programs you attend. At the end of the day, whatever it is that God has put inside you needs to be communicated in writing or in speech. And if you don't know how to articulate marketing, if you don't know how to market, if you don't know how to sell yourself, okay, somebody was asking me, I think yesterday, that marketing is marketing, not manipulation. I said marketing is not manipulation. Marketing is simply telling somebody, convincing the other person why what you have, the beautiful product you have, is what will help them. Marketing is helping people, telling somebody how you can help them. That's the only thing you need to do, and saying it in a compelling way. Okay, that's basically what it is. But all of us need to understand that if you don't know how to communicate your value, you are going to be poor. So this is the age of communicating value. Be bold about it. Number 5 is I cannot grow further than what my eyes can see or my work rate. Okay, there's a picture I'm supposed to insert here. So I cannot grow further than what my eyes can see or my work rate. What can you see you becoming as an individual? A lot of us say, I'll be the head and not the tail. What is that head? What can you see? Like for me, I have a 5-year plan for my company, the Eagle Force, and I know what I want it to look like. I can describe it. I can talk about it. What do you want your mission to look like? Have you written about it? Where do you want to be in the next 5-10 years? Then how much are you working to make that happen? How much are you working? What effort? What's your work rate to make that happen? Okay? You see some people achieving remarkable results and you think it's not fun. Even me setting up and doing this webinar today, it's not. I literally just came back from my mastermind, and immediately I had a mastermind meeting. So immediately I just jumped in right here, put on everything. I'm here immediately doing this. Okay. The point I'm making is that this requires sacrifice. I do this webinar every weekend. Okay. This webinar I'm doing here, this webinar I'm doing here, I do it every weekend. And not just this webinar, I still do short videos. I still send emails. I still manage a lot of other things. Okay. Work rate. And to me, I want even to do more. But the point, there's a reason why Jesus was able to fulfill his mission in 3 years. Start his mission at the age of 30, by 33, he was done. The point is that for some of us, if you commit yourself, you can achieve. He did in 3 years something that thousands of years later is still transforming lives all over the world. The point is that you can, in 3 years, transform your life. You can, in 3 years, maximum of 3 years. In fact, some of you need to decide that you want to give yourself 3 years. By 3 years, you want to become probably a in the growth levels I shared, that you want to become a dominator in your market, a chief dominator in your market, or you want to become a legend in your market, you can do that in 3 years. Somebody like Wendy Ologi did it in 3 years. So you can do it in 3 years. So you can set that example for yourself. Okay? The fact that Jesus was called didn't give him a peaceful death. Okay? He worked and stretched for it. Question is, how much are you working? How much are you going to stretch? Ease is a product of hard work, hard, smart, and diligent work, paid for work. We pray for ease and everything, but ease comes as a result of somebody putting in the work. Okay? Laziness does not bet ease. Okay? Hard work bets ease. When you work hard and you improve in knowledge and skill. For example, there was this woman, part of the 5 clients I was working with then in the UK, she mentioned to me one day, she called me one day and said, Richard, can you help me do something, fix this thing for me? And in 15 minutes, I was done with that. And then she called me and said, Richard, this thing that took you 15 minutes to do, I've been doing it for the last 3 years, 3 days, and I've still not gotten it. But in 15 minutes, you did it. Why? I had a backlog of time that I've invested in mastering that skill. Hard work, diligent, smart work. In mastering that skill, I mastered that skill and I can do it easily. That is ease. So ease is easy for me. Okay, so pay it forward. What do you need to pay forward right now? For some of you, what you need to pay forward will be that, to pay for a coaching program. What you need to pay forward right now is to pumping money into promoting yourself, your brand. What you need to pay forward now is to sit down and look at how do I bring together my system so that it can easily produce results as a teen or parent coach. That all those things are paying forward. Okay? The sooner you begin to pay it forward, the sooner you begin to reap the fruits. All right. So I like to always mention this anytime I'm teaching the what I call the purpose equation. The purpose equation, this is what will help you to be able to understand what it is your purpose, define your purpose better as a teen or parent coach. So the purpose equation is basically your skill plus experience plus a message plus a vision. So what is the skill that you have as a teen or parent coach? What is the experience that you have? So experience with parents, maybe your parenting experience, something bad that turned out, you came out of it. How did you come out of that? That is an experience. Or with a teenager, how you worked with a teenager or a teenager, whatever it is that happened to them, that's an experience. Then add a message to that experience, plus a message, a specific solution to a specific problem in a specific market. Okay? I've noted your question. I'm going to address your question, please. So your message is, what is your specific solution to a specific problem in a specific market? That is your message. I'm coming out and I'm saying that, hey guys, I can help you with this, using this solution, all of you in this market having this problem. Then the next thing is your vision. What do you want that message, that thing you are doing, offering to those people? What do you want it to become? What do you see the market becoming? And what is your place in that market? Okay. So that's the purpose equation. What is your skill or experience? That skill or experience, turn it to a message that, oh, I can help this particular set of people with this solution because I have this experience, so I can help them. Then in the next 5 years, this is the amount of people I want to help. That's vision. In the next 10 years, this is what I want to have built out of this message that I've developed. Okay? So that's purpose. Now, another thing I want to share with us is this. There are multiple markets that you can go into. So a lot of us start out with very generic. And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Because sometimes you might not know. For example, I know Etima Ume, she started, generic when I started working with her, teens coach and everything. But now she's narrowing down to a specific area, girls' hub. She has found that she resonates more with girls. Working with girls gives her more interest. She's getting more results in that area. So she has begun to focus more in that area. And that's fine. At some point, you will get more clarity as to specific areas to focus on. So this is to give you an idea. Some of you might have gotten to that point, or you might be getting that lead in that, okay, maybe addictions, maybe personal development and career, maybe sports, maybe languages, maybe communication and public speaking, maybe creative art, dance, spirituality and discipleship. I know somebody who is focusing on spirituality and discipleship. I know somebody who's focusing on communication and public speaking. I know somebody who's focusing on life skills. I know somebody who's focusing on tech and personal development. So you can narrow down to any of these areas and build something significant out of it. Okay. So that's one thing I thought to share here, so that just open your mind to various aspects of this, so that you don't sound like the other person. You just sound like every other person. There's something unique and unique solutions that you're trying to offer. I know somebody who is focusing on languages, and she's, do you know, you can actually create a course for many. Let me just give this thing out. Many parents want their children to learn their local languages. Okay. So why not create a course on any of the local languages? Okay. Why not focus on languages? That is a huge market, a huge market. Some of you might have children here who don't even know how to speak your local language. Okay. That's giving us an idea. Yes, I'll answer your question, Precious. So now let me share the 4 keys to mastering the business of working with parents and children. Let me check our time. Okay, so we have about 15 minutes more according to the time I want us to spend here. So 4 keys to mastering the business of working with parents and children. These keys are critical. Number 1, create a fail-proof signature system. If you cannot articulate your system for helping somebody move from a point of problem to a point of solution, you at some point become irrelevant. If you are the kind of person that every time somebody calls you for a solution, can you help me in this area? And the best that you do is to go to Google, then you're not an expert. An expert is somebody who, once they are called to help me fix this problem, they know exactly what to do to fix that problem. Step 1, step 2, step 3. So what is your system? The point is that you need to create a system that is so good that you cannot be ignored. So the simple question you ask yourself is this. If this child or this parent comes to me with this problem, what are the steps I'm going to take them through in order to arrive at a solution? Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, between 2 to 9 steps at least. That is what makes you a master at solving problems. That is what makes you a master at solving problems. So it's always important. This is one of the first things I always walk the people I work with through to be, and when it comes to creating your solution framework, that's what I call it. There are up to like 6, 7 things that you have to develop. Okay. One of them being just creating these steps. When you create these steps, there are like 6, 7 things that you have to develop, which if we start doing this today, this class will not end. So, but the point is that start with that area. What are those steps that you need to take them through? That's how you begin to develop mastery, become so good at solving a specific problem. Okay. So that's the first thing. Number 2 is to create an irresistible offer. When you have created your system for producing solutions, the next thing is package it as an offer. And one of the things that you need to have when you are creating an offer. So an offer is basically a product that you are putting out in the market, but you are putting out in the market in a certain way with certain things inside it. So So once when you are creating an offer, what you need to have in your mind is you want to help them achieve their dream outcome with less effort and less sacrifice. So a practical example of this is Google versus ChatGPT. Okay. If you want to spend your time researching and researching and researching, go to Google. But that thing you are spending your time researching on Google, I can use especially the paid version of ChatGPT and create it in 1 minute or 2 minutes and find it while you are still Googling. The point is why ChatGPT, and I'm assuming a lot of us know what ChatGPT is. Okay. The point is the more you help people produce results in less time with less effort, the more money you are going to make. And I want us to have this at the back of our mind when you are working with teenagers, parents, whoever it is. The person who can solve solutions faster, easier, in less time, with the person having to do less work, is the person that always wins. So, how are you going to help parents with their children overcome their struggle with academics in less time, in very faster? How are you going to help a child overcome drug addiction faster, in less time? How are you going to help? That kind of thinking is what activates massive creativity, because you have to think in that line. For me, my job is how do I make somebody become the leader in their market, making this thing I showed you now, the stages and the income levels. How can I make somebody start earning $5,000 in the next 2 months? That is my drive. I want to get to that point. Okay, and it's possible. Okay, how do I make somebody blow up in the next 3 months or 4 months? Like, okay, that's how I think. And all of us need to be thinking like that if you want to become powerful solution providers. And imagine where we have a lot of team mentors and coaches providing solutions to a lot of problems in the world, to parents, helping them with creating parenting plans, helping them with teens issues, academic issues, a lot of things. Imagine how much that will transform Nigeria, in fact. Imagine how much that will transform this nation. Because all of us know that transformation starts from the house. So imagine how much all of us can empower parents with immediate, tangible, relevant solutions fast. We can just literally turn Nigeria upside down in the next 1 or 2 years. Okay, transform this country. So that's how we need to be thinking. Okay. Now, let me give us examples. I want us to look at this and give me your answers. Number one example, example one, if money was not the problem, and I make you this offer, become the leading parent or teens coach in your niche in 90 days, earning 1K per month by working only 3 hours daily. Your investment is 500,000, money back guaranteed, meaning that if you don't achieve this result, I'll give you back your money. Offer two, become the leading parent or teens coach in your niche in 6 months, earning 1K per month by working only 3 hours every day. Investment 50,000 naira. If money was not the problem, which one of these would you sign up for? Let me know in the chat area. Interesting. We get it. Offer one. Exactly. So let me give us another one. Example two. Number one, child speaking confidence package helps your child become a stage whiz in 3 months. Practicing only 2 hours per day with all the customized tools you need and one-to-one attention. Investment 500K, 3-part payments. Second offer, child speaking confidence package helps your child become a stage whiz with all the customized tools you need and one-to-one attention. Investment 400,000 naira, 3-part payments. These two, which one would you take? Which of these offers would you take? Awesome. Or for one, too. The point now being that this might probably be the same product. That thing I was talking about communication earlier. This is the same, it might be the same product. But the point is that this of one was communicated better than the second one. Okay, that's when I said make the right offers and then communicate the right offers well, and you will stand out. Okay, so that's giving us an example of making an offer. Now, the other thing is build a primary platform. Where is your platform? If I say now I want to come and any one of you now, I want to come and experience your knowledge somewhere, where would I go to? Okay, so there are different kinds of platforms, especially using the internet. Yeah, there's email marketing, there's Facebook groups, there's blogs, there's WhatsApp groups. But the point is, you cannot lead without a platform. You cannot be a leader that doesn't have a place where people can come and converge. Your people can come and converge. Okay? So build a platform for yourself. We're in the age of platforms. Facebook is a platform owned by Mark Zuckerberg. And he has given everybody the opportunity to even create their platforms. So it's people that own platforms now that control the narrative. Influencers influence a lot of people because they have a platform they built. To the point to think of how do you create, which platform are you going to invest on heavily to build that platform? Which platform is it going to be? I always recommend email. Email marketing, compulsory. Whatever it is you are doing, make sure that you are doing email. You are collecting emails of people. That's what is very important. Then you can do any one of these. Another thing I want to add when it comes to platforms is this. If you choose one platform, focus on it. Don't try to be everywhere at the same time because you will just be spreading your limited resources too thin. Choose one platform, focus on it, build it. When you build one platform, you can then begin to send them to various other places. But take your time and build one place. Wendy built the Intentional Parents Academy Facebook group first. She built the Facebook group first before she now began to branch into YouTube channel, Telegram, all those things. And it was easy because she has established credibility with one and numbers with one. It was easy to spread into the other places. So that's what I wanted to add when it comes to building platforms. The last thing, which is the fourth key, is this: get on platforms. So there's a reason I added building your own platform first, because if you want to go on people's platforms without building your own platform, what happens is that when you finish speaking, when the people invite you to speak or anything, when you finish speaking on that platform, you wouldn't have anywhere. Those people want to connect with you somewhere. You wouldn't have anywhere to send them to. Okay? So the important thing is, after building your own platform, get on other people's platforms. So one of the fastest platforms I always recommend that people get on are podcasts. So podcasts have become popular this year. And if you even want to start a platform, you can even start a podcast, but for parents, if you're a teens coach, I don't know teenagers how much they are online to listen to podcasts, but podcasts very important. If there are YouTube channels, people Facebook groups, put yourself out there to speak. That's my point. Put yourself out there to speak. Now, this does not just apply to online platforms, although I'm somebody that is big on leveraging the internet. If you're around me, you'll notice that everything I talk about is leveraging the internet because it gives you more leverage. It helps you spread faster. Just from your living room, you can reach millions of people. Okay, but what platforms getting on online platforms do is that they are like votes on your credibility. So imagine somebody goes and searches your name on Google, which is a question you should ask yourself. If somebody goes and searches your name on Google, what would they find about you? What are they seeing about you? So what happens is that when these people feature you on their platforms, they are on pages on the internet. So when people go and search your name on Google, they see you on various places. And then they can decide, oh, this is a credible person. Okay, because they've been featured on various platforms. So that's the four keys I wanted to share. There are many other things, but I wanted to leave us with these four things so that we can work on them. So, okay, this is an example of platforms that somebody that we were working with, we were helping the person to get on platforms. And these are all the people that were requesting to have her on their platforms. There are Facebook groups actually that you can join, and you'll be featured on various platforms, and they are all free of charge. If you go on Facebook and search for guests, what's this thing? Okay, just search for podcast guests. Podcast guests. You see groups that you can join, and they're always looking for people to invite to speak on their podcast, and it's for free. In the last 1 month, I've done about 5 of them or 6 of them, and I have another one on Saturday. Sorry, on Tuesday. Yeah, on Tuesday. So you can get on this platform, speak, open yourself out there to spread your message. This is the fastest way to spread your message, getting on other people's platforms, especially. Okay. So, now raise your hand if you'd like to become the next big shot in your market by March 2024. You can raise your hand or type 1 in the chat area if you want to become the next big. I told us I was going to sell something to us or show us something that you can join. Precious, awesome. So I want to invite us to a program that I have packaged for parents and teen coaches. Thank you. Awesome, brilliant. I can see you, Chidiogo. I can see, awesome. Now I want to invite us to this program, which is the Family Development Professionals Brand Acceleration Program. I started this program in August. Yeah, in August. We didn't have this program in my company, but because I was working with a lot of teens and parent coaches, starting from when I met Etima Ome to Wendy Ologe to many other people. What's her name again? I've forgotten her name. Many other people that I work with are parent and teen coaches. And this is a 4-week implementation program. So some of these things that I've talked about in these 4 weeks, I am going to work with you to implement it in your business. So this is not a program to come and talk. It's a program to come and do. All right. And so these are the things that you will get in that program. Number 1 is on the first week, we are going to be talking about message mastery. So if you are unsure about your message or how to package your message in a compelling way, what it is you should focus on, or when I talked about creating a framework, that's what we are going to be doing in week 1, helping you to create that. In the second week, we are going to be doing what I call events magic. So we are going to put you out there to launch your own event or your own platform. Let me put it that way. To create your own platform, host a webinar, and you're going to do it in a very organized and well set up way. And then week 3 and week 4, you are going to start promoting your offers. Now, where we are going to show you how to create your offers, structure it, make it, promote it also. Now, look at the beautiful part of this program. Okay. What you are going to get is the weekly trainings, access to all the replays, set up step-by-step tutorial. Now, let me explain this. For some of the things that you'll be asked to do in that program, it's not going to be, I'll tell you to do and go. I'll give you step-by-step video tutorials to help you implement all of them. Anything I ask you to do in the program. For example, creating your webinar, setting up the page and all those things. You'll see a video that will show you step-by-step how to click the buttons and do it. Okay? Support community. We are going to have a WhatsApp group. Everybody will be in that community. Accountability also. Now, the free bonus is this. I'm going to give you a list of 50 podcasts for parent and teen coaches. And these podcasts are looking for guests, parent and teen coaches to feature on their platform. So I'll give you the list of those. It's actually 67, not 50. It's 67 podcasts. I'll give you the podcasts. I'll give you their email address. I'll give you a pitch template, the email to send to them. I'll give it to you. All you have to do is to edit it, put your name, put your all those things. I'll even give you a video a video tutorial that will show you how to reach out to these podcast people, but you will get the 67 podcasts and the contact details, and you also get the templates to show you the email to write to them. Then I'm also going to give you a sales post template. So I mentioned earlier that we are going to promote your offer in that 4 weeks. So in that promotion, you don't need to think of what to write. We have written everything for you. There are 28 promotional posts that we have written. All you have to do is to put in where it is to put in the name of your product, you put in where it is to put in whatever. You just fill in the blanks, copy, and start posting. So the point of this program is that we have created everything for you to make it easy. When I said that you should create programs to make it easier and faster for people to produce results. That's how we've created this program. Okay. And then we'll also give you access to our Facebook ads mastery course. So we have a course that teaches you how to run Facebook ads. That is a very big thing in this age and time. You should learn how to run Facebook ads. So we give you the course free of charge. That course, we sell it on its own, but you get it when you join this program for free. Okay. Now let's hear from Coach Yemi. Coach Yemi is one of our previous people in this program. I love Coach Yemi. Let me bring her in. I want her to just share with
evening, everyone.
Yes, good evening, Coach. We can see you.
Good evening, everyone. Okay. I believe you can hear me.
Yes.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you.
No.
Okay. Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, Coach. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate.
I think is it your fan that is on or something? Something is interfering with the sound.
Okay, let me.
Maybe don't let it touch your mic. It can be on, but let it touch you, but not your mic. Okay, but it's better now.
Okay, I'm fine. So good evening, everyone. Good evening, Coach. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my story on your platform.
Always.
I do not take this for granted.
Always.
Thank you so much. On Sunday, my papa, he mentioned something. He said, when you see a light, when you see someone that carries a light that you desire, that celebrate that person, Coach Richard, I celebrate you. Thank you so much, sir. My name is Ayemi Michael Kime, and kids at Startup Book Club, they call me Kids Coach. 1st May 2023, KSBC became year, and for the first time, we organized first physical program, Key Startup Africa Conference. It was tagged God's Masterpiece, and it was an awesome program. Please don't be bored. It's going to be a short story. So, and before then, my sister and I, we went to Millennium Park to make an arrangement for the program. When we were done with the program, we started heading off to the house. But before we left the park, we saw an elderly man struggling, wobbling as if he wanted to fall. And people that were closer to him, they were dodging, they were giving him space. So I told my sister, let's buckle up. Let's find a way to help that man before he falls down. So we went and we offered to help the man. And from there, we got talking. The man asked us, why are we here? We told him, oh, we are here to make arrangements for the kids conference. He was curious, kids conference? I was thinking it's a man, female, maybe women, business conference. And we got talking. Then he said he would like to know more. So I told him about the book club and a based platform. Then he told me, how much is the subscription? When I replied, he screamed, wow, that's a ridiculous price. How are you coping? I started preaching. I said, it's a passion. I want to just make impact. I just want to touch the life of children. I have went through a lot and I don't want kids. I started talking, and the man had to interrupt. He interrupted and said, do you know that you can make a global impact with profit in it? That got me thinking. He asked several questions. He still asked, do you know? He still told me, do you know? He said, madam, let me just be frank with you. You need a whole lot of restructuring to do in that your book club if you really, really want to make a global impact. So immediately after the conference, I had to sit down and reflected the 1 year. Is this how I want to continue? I want to move forward. New right. And so I started setting Auntie Etima. Auntie Etima organized a mentor for teens. I wasn't teen coach. I only mentor kids between the age 7 and 12. So people talk about kids. We are mentoring kids coach. They only talk about parents and teens coach. So I was wondering, why are they left? So I had to join that mentoring program, and I was glad I did. In fact, after the mentorship program, I was able to double my subscription fee, and parents were still okay. They were paying. Then, about 3-4 months ago, Auntie Etima mentioned Coach Richard, and that's how I got to know Coach Richard. She said, Coach Richard is my coach. And you see all this structure that you guys are loving. I learned it from Coach. And I said, whoa, Omo, I should not waste time. Immediately when I saw your flyer, I saw the link. The link was not posted. The link was just on the flyer. I immediately went to Google Lens, copied the link. Then I registered for the free webinar. It was 1 hour, 40 minutes. But that 1 hour, 40 minutes was full of bass bows from Coach Richard and Auntie Etima. I learned, just as I believe every one of you here have learned. If you can implement just the little that he has said, you will see a tremendous change. But I wasn't okay with that. Papa Bishop Oyedepo, sorry, I'm a Living Faith member, so I'm going to talk about him. He said, if you desire a light, if you see someone that is carrying a light that you desire, he said, celebrate that person. He didn't talk when he talked about this. If it's for you to down to learn at the feet of that person, humble yourself. If it needs for you to pay, pay. So I wasn't okay with the freebies. I said, oh, this is the light. He has talked about the profit I'm going to register for this program. And that's how I registered for FDP. And I was glad I did. There were 4 abilities of holding our hands, only my hands, but all those that are in our cohort. With tools, he has already said all those tools available for. And I told him, I said, where has this man been? Where have I not met this man when I wanted to start this startup book club? So I knew I was on the right path. Please, I'm not supposed to say this. I know this is about FDP. I'm not settling because I know where I'm going to. You see the ladder it showed. The ladder ended at legend, and that's where I belong. I know I can do it myself to FDP. I'm still going for the Titan tribe. It's not mentioning it, but I still need many of us to join me, and let's do this together. So I have 2 testimonies as to regard the FDP program. The first testimony was that before the FDP, I only had 17 mentees. But right now, I have 40 mentees. Yes, more. And 5 days ago, I told Coach Richard, I said, Coach Richard, I'm going to times 10. I'm praying to God. God will give me the knowledge to times 10. This number of men can do it. I know I can do it. That's the first testimony. Then the second one was the webinar. It talked about hosting a webinar. I think I put the value out to parents. And when they are okay with it, they can enroll. The first time in the history did a webinar for parents. Africa is in shambles, and we need more of parents coach. We need more right, kids coach and coach to arise to salvage our society, to help our society. Bless. Indeed, you are the king maker. God.
Thank you so much. I'm honored. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you've gotten this amazing result. There is more that we are going to do, and we are going to make that journey to legend. We are going to make it. So I want to yes, so we will. So I want to share this thing about the program that she talked about, the MTP program. This is the cohort 3. Number 3 is that you do not join this program if you give excuse and not take action, please. If you know you will not be able to take action or give excuses, it's going to discourage me, it's going to discourage others, even you. So please do not join the program if that is going to be what you will do. So also, if you cannot invest at least 20,000 naira to run ads, okay? Because if you're around me, you know that I talk about ads a lot. And if you are not willing to run ads to promote your own stuff, then you are not ready. So please, if you can at least, okay, let me just at least 10,000 naira, even at least 10,000, share to run ads for your program, or more. The more, the better. Okay. If you don't know how to design graphics or have access to a graphic designer, please don't join the program. It will not help you, because this is about graphics. You do graphics, okay? And then if you don't have a laptop, do not join the program. So these are all the criteria about this program. If you don't meet any of these criteria, please, it will not benefit you to join. And I like to be frank about that. It's not about collecting people's money, okay? So the program is 50,000 naira. And I always like to do this offer. If you are going to pay between now and midnight tomorrow, you can pay 40,000 naira. Registration will end on the 31st, and program starts on the 7th of January. Okay, I don't want us to be doing program when everybody is thinking about Christmas and traveling, but you can have this time to pay for the program. Will start in January. If you pay between now and midnight tomorrow, you get to pay 40,000 naira to join. After midnight tomorrow, please, it is 50,000 naira. Let me see if I put the account details here. Yes, and I did mention this. We have introduced something new to encourage you to take action. The best student in the cohort will get a refund. So if you are the best student, take action, implement, and everything, we will give you back your money in the program. So I hope you like that. So this is the account details to pay to if you want to join the program. I'd like to take questions now. Let me scroll up. I know I saw some questions. If there's any other thing you want me to mention that I mentioned earlier, I'll mention it. But let me check for the questions that were asked. Like I said, I'll come back to. Yes, there was going to be a replay. I'll share the replay in the group. How do you know? There was questions earlier. Please, you can ask you. Okay, what happens if you sincerely don't have the money to pay it forward? That I think that's when I asked that question. Paying it forward is not necessarily just about money. It's about money. It's about time investment. It's about energy also. It's about discipline. It's about these things: time, discipline, money, energy. The point of paying it forward is this: if you have been dilly-dallying, okay, if you know by yourself that you have not done enough, probably the best thing you can do for yourself is to get a coach, somebody that will keep you accountable, maybe join the FDP program. Now, if you don't have the money to join, that's why I'm not the kind of person that encourages people. I don't have the heart for it to encourage people to go and borrow money to go and pay for this kind of program. So I am not that kind of person. You can save up. If somebody can give you grant, free money, fine. Unless if you are borrowing money on the basis of maybe when they pay your salary or something you pay back, then that's fine. But I believe that at some way, if you value something, if you want to go and sell a property you have that is not valuable to you, you have in your house, you want to sell to join the program, fine, that is paying it forward. I'm telling you this because I've made sacrifices. I've had to make sacrifices of my own in order to pay for programs and all those things. So I'm not going to tell you something to lie to you or to do whatever. The point is that those things are paying it forward. So look around you. What are the assets that you can use? What products can you sell? How can you raise that money? If it's about money, to do what you need to do, whether to join the program or to run ads or whatever it is. Okay? So I hope I answered your question. Can someone specialize in more than one market? Yes, you can. Okay, you can specialize in one market, more than one market, but you need to start with at least one market. Okay, start with one market. Don't try to specialize in all the markets at the same time. Now, let me give you a practical example. My company, so what I usually tell people to do is to focus on a market for 3 months. Three months. Okay, when I say focusing on a market, creating a product, you're marketing, building an audience of people interested in that product and presenting the product before those people. That is doing that within 3 months. Okay. Why do I say 3 months? Because it gives you enough time to market it, get it into the eyes of more people, put attention to it, deliver the product also, and all that. But don't try to create 5 products or 2 products or 3 products and try to market it within a very short time. You're going to confuse people. My company, we don't just serve parent and teen coaches. We serve other markets. There are other people that we serve. We consult for other companies. We have companies in the agri sector. We have companies in the education business sector that we work with. We have clients in various sectors, but this program is for parent and teen coaches. We have programs that we are doing for business coaches, people in other areas, but we are not launching everything at the same time. Okay, so we launch everything per time. Sometimes we have the ability to run a product instead of quarterly, even monthly, because I have the ability, I have the skill, I have the knowledge, I have the marketing, I have the spread. But generally, 3 months. That's what I recommend people to do. Okay, I hope that answers your question. How will you know the best student? I will know the best student. You are going to post. I'll give you assignments to do. So it's the person that does the assignments well and submits it well. That's how I will know the best students. So Mama B says, I don't have a functional laptop now. Can't I use my phone? It will not. If you don't have a laptop, you will struggle. And I don't want to give you bad advice. You will struggle because having a laptop helps you to be able to set up your webinar page and all those things. So if you don't have a laptop to do that, you are going to, unless you have access to somebody's laptop and everything, then you can join. But if you don't have a laptop, it will be a struggle for you. And I don't want to lie to anybody. Okay. Okay, so do we have any other questions? Does anybody want to ask any other questions regarding what I've said earlier? you can ask your questions before we say good night. I'm a teen at children's schools. I'm always shy in making money using the ministry. See, ministry doesn't mean charity. We need to understand this. Ministry doesn't mean charity. That is like, unless God even if God specifically calls you for charity work, you will still need a source of income, because he's not going to throw that money from heaven into your pocket. Okay, so that's why I said earlier that asking for money should be as easy as breathing air. It's natural. You don't think about it when you breathe. So when you ask people to pay for something, you're not asking them. Maybe why we feel that way, we feel that maybe you are being, is it, maybe you want to eat the money, or you want to use the money to flex. You're not using the money to flex. You're using the money to propagate the message. You're using the money to put it back into your ministry. Okay, so you're not eating the money. So please don't be shy about it. Even if you are shy, still ask for it. Yes, Precious, you can pay for the FTP program in installments, but make sure you complete before 31st of December. So you can pay 5 now, 10, whatever, but before 31st of December, make sure you complete your 50,000 naira. That's my point. Okay. All right. So I hope this has been valuable for you. Please help me go into the WhatsApp group. Just share something in the WhatsApp group. Let us know how it has been impactful to you, what you learned in this program. If you have any further questions that you want to ask, you can ask your questions. We'll be glad to respond to it. In the absence of any other thing, I really want to thank every one of you that showed up. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Irodo, Emmanuel. Thank you, Akanimo. Thank you, Angelica. Thank you, Chidiogo. Chidiogo, this is the Chidiogo. Chidiogo has already joined the program now. Thank you, Chioma. Thank you, Destiny. Thank you, Eloho. Thank you, James. Thank you, Harrison. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Atumbi Roslyn. Thank you, Rosie. Yemisi, thank you. Have a beautiful night rest.